This is your brother, Mr. B. Today I take the moment to share with you a very important word. And I guarantee that if you take just a few minutes of your time to listen to that, and I guarantee that will be maybe your best 10 minutes that you ever spent. What I want to talk today is never underestimate your job or your current situation. What do I mean by that? In life, we do that many times where we tend to take something for granted or undervalue something, but we don't know. We don't think, actually, that's the right word to say. We don't think that something we undervalue could be the best thing. So that's why I come to the idea today of sharing that particular word with you. Explain it, go over it a little bit. What does that really mean when we don't underestimate our current situation or our job? First, don't underestimate your job. How do you do that? I know that your job can be challenging sometimes. I know you may be looking for a job. All you can find is the tough ones, the hard ones, the dirty one, the one that most people will not do unless if they really have to. That's the key point. Unless if they really have to. But my point is, guess what? That job can be your wake-up call. That job, it takes you a minute before you say, all right, I guess I have no choice. And that job can be the best one you want. If I may share my story with you, I remember when I first came to this country. For those who don't know, I'm an Asian boy. When I first came here, my first job was at a car wash. I was washing cars. But when I got that job, though, I was happy. I was excited because I wanted it. Because I was looking for a job for the longest. I couldn't have one, and that's the best I could find. I was happy, but the story is when I started to do the job. My first week, my second week, my third week. Then I started to dislike the job. I was like, that's not me. I can't do this. You know, that job gave me the meaning of life. My meaning of life, pretty much. Because you have to give your life your own definition. What you want, where you want to be 5 years from now. But sometimes you need something. You need your current job to make you understand life in another way. So we can't underestimate that. That job, I was hired as a maintenance technician at a rehab center. I was happy though, because guess what? That was a transition from $8 an hour to $14 an hour. See, that's a big deal. It's a big change. We wouldn't take that. I was happy. But again, my first year actually, I said, no. I don't think I was designed for this. Even though I knew what it meant to be a maintenance technician. I've learned it in school. I went to technical school when I was in Haiti. But here, it was different. You know, at a rehab center, most call you will get is when the TV is broken. Hey, that's easy. A hard call for me is when the toilet is clogged and they'll call you. That's the hard call. It's funny now, right? But it wasn't funny then. Sometimes when you get there, what you would see is it's unbelievable. Like you can't describe it. Sometimes you would have to use your hands because there's not much you can do. But after I think to myself, I said, no, I don't think I was designed for this. So I had to start seeing life different. What do I really want if I don't want this? What I can do to make this better? What I can change? What is my talent? What is hiding inside of me that I can do? And I start finding my way. I start to see life differently. Secondly, your current situation. You may have no home. You may be living with a friend, or you may owe people money. You may have no degree, no high school diploma. You may go into any type of loss, a divorce, any type of situation. That's tough. Those are some really, really tough situations. But we can't take that lightly. Because sometimes those moments happen for us to look back at our life and see what can we do better to change this situation in a way that we will appreciate it, we will love it. It can be many things that you're going through right now, but make that, as I said earlier, your wake-up call. I can say personally, it's been some life-changing for me for the past 2 years, if I may say. We can go, definitely I will go over that in another video. But what I really want you to write down is there's a few things you must know to see the changes. There's a few attitudes that you must have. The first thing I learned to do was I started to read my Bible at least 2 to 3 pages a day, and that was the best. I enjoyed that. I started to read something important, something positive, at least every day. I learned to set my alarm clock to get me up at 4 a.m. Once I was listening to the great Kobe Bryant. He said, it's no secret. If you want to be the best, you got to find out what the best ones are doing. If the best ones are waking up at 4 a.m., I got to start waking up at 2 a.m. because I want to be the greatest. So I learned how to set up my alarm clock to wake me up at 4 a.m. in the morning. By 5 a.m., I was already up listening to something positive or doing something positive. We can go, I will definitely go over that in another video. So, you need to understand the time that you go to sleep and the time that you wake up, because sleep is very important. You must sleep at least 7 to 8 hours sleep a day. You must have that. Once you do that, you must know how to use your time wisely. Next, discipline. Self-discipline. That's the key. You must master that. Self-discipline. You need it. Because when you apply a positive attitude in your life, it makes you understand life differently. There's some aspect of self-discipline. It makes you recognize that when you make an error, when something goes wrong. Self-discipline, you must be totally honest within yourself and also to others. Self-discipline help you face the unpredictable things, the things that beyond your control. Self-discipline help you face those moments. It help you to plan. It help you to make changes. It help you to change things around. It help you to face those people who said that you can't. It help you to keep up your word. Do the things as soon as you get a chance. Anything that you want to do, self-discipline make you do it as soon as you get a chance. That's self-discipline. You follow your word. You said you'll do it, you make sure you do it. And it's also help you to achieve greatness. Because in my understanding, you can't make it not too far without discipline. You must master that. Because everything valuable requires discipline. For example, don't you discipline your children? I'm sure you do. If you don't do that, see where that's gonna take you. You must put discipline in your business, your job. You need that. So self-discipline, it's very important. If I may touch the Bible a little bit, if you read from the book of Genesis, chapter 37, through 45, that's the story of Joseph. He knew something was up for him. God told him that he's gonna be somebody someday. But no one around him wanted to believe that. His brothers, his dad, his mom, nobody wanted to believe that. Because the way it looks, his physical appearance, he was the smallest one. Hey, there's no way that can happen. I kind of take that story to tell you that a lot of time they told us that you have to think, what's possible. But a lot of time it's true though. But it can be a little more fun if you're thinking it's a little bit overboard, and that kind of push you to work harder. That make you work harder and better because you want to be that. For example, if you're thinking about buying a new car or a new house, you must know that new house. You must know that new car. You must think about that so you can make that the reality to yourself. Be strong to others, because in life it's two things. Keep that in mind and write it down. Either you're very good at something or you're very bad at something. So use that, your current job or your current situation, as your bridge. In life we need a bridge. Every successful person, they have a moment. So you have to have that moment. You have to use it as your bridge. Don't underestimate it. You can use it as your bridge to take you to the other side. In the next video, we'll go over the principle that you need to help you achieve that greatness.